The circumstances surrounding Julian McMahon's passing in the United States continue to spark intrigue, adding layers of unanswered questions as new details surface. The acclaimed Australian actor died at the age of 56 in Clearwater, Florida, on July 2, reportedly after battling an undisclosed form of cancer. Last week, the Pinellas County Medical Examiner officially concluded that the former nip/tuck star succumbed to lung metastasis stemming from head and neck metastatic cancer. The examiner ruled his death as natural, confirming that Julian's body was cremated shortly afterward. Yet for many, the question remains, what drew Julian, whose father was Australia's former Prime Minister Billy McMahon, to Clearwater in his final days? The coastal Florida city is widely recognized as the stronghold of the Church of Scientology. Cremation, notably, aligns with the beliefs of Scientologists, who regard the physical body as merely a vessel with no spiritual worth once life ends. L. Ron Hubbard, who founded Scientology, was himself cremated. An examination of public records chronicling Julian's decades-long residency in the U.S. leaves gaps about why he chose Clearwater as his last place of residence. Records confirm he received his Social Security number in New York and by 1997 had settled in the star-studded Hollywood Hills of Los Angeles. His Los Angeles home, sitting just below the iconic Hollywood sign, was sold in 2015 for approximately $3.3 million Australian dollars. He later owned a picturesque property in Malibu, which he shared with his third wife, model Kelly Paniagua, before selling it in 2017 for $5.41 million Australian dollars. An exclusive investigation further uncovered that the couple also held a beautiful ranch in Ventura County, California, a property never publicly showcased before. Located in the rural community of Somis, the Spanish-style hacienda included nearly 2 hectares of avocado orchards and over 4 acres of lemon groves. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath residence spanned 2,700 square feet. The ranch was put up for sale in 2016 but withdrawn a year later, only to reappear on the market in July 2023 with an option to buy fully furnished. It eventually sold that October. Since then, no other residential properties have been traced to Julian and Kelly, except for a business address connected to an accountant who manages finances for high-profile celebrities in Encino, California. After the ranch sale, the couple seemingly transitioned from California life to Florida. Meanwhile, Julian's only child, Madison, his daughter with American actress Brooke Burns, was listed as living in Charleston, South Carolina, believed to be where she attended college. Now 25, Madison has made Miami her base, teaching yoga classes in the city. A subtle clue about Julian's possible ties to Florida emerged through his Instagram activity. Out of only 20 accounts he followed, one belonged to Mari's Kitchen Italian Market, a restaurant located in Hollywood, Florida, just north of Miami. A representative for the eatery confirmed Julian was a cherished patron and friend but declined to say whether he had taken up residence nearby. When Julian's wife Kelly, aged 47, issued a heartfelt statement disclosing his death in Clearwater after what she described as a valiant effort to overcome cancer, online speculation ignited almost instantly about whether the actor had ties to Scientology. One resident of Clearwater commented on Instagram, "I live close to where John Travolta has a house, which is near the main Scientology center downtown. When I heard Julian died here, I wondered if he was a Scientologist. Celebrities usually come here for that." A user on X, formerly Twitter, echoed similar suspicions, asking why Julian spent his final days in a city synonymous with the controversial religion. Clearwater, home to around 116,000 residents, is dominated by the Church of Scientology's massive global headquarters, known as FLAG. The church and its members control a significant share of the city's downtown commercial properties, reinforcing its reputation as a global Scientology hub. Despite all the speculation, there is no public evidence to indicate that Julian, his wife Kelly, his daughter Madison, or his ex-wife Brooke Burns ever had formal ties to Scientology. Daily Mail Australia did not find any of their names in Scientology's membership records, nor did it assert any official connection. Attempts to reach out to Julian's representatives for comment were unsuccessful. The city's link to Scientology is so entrenched that actress Leah Remini, a prominent critic and former member, devoted an entire episode of her docuseries Scientology and the Aftermath to Clearwater's transformation under the church's influence. A revealing investigation by the Tampa Bay Times discovered that the church, along with affiliated individuals and shell companies, owns at least 185 properties within Clearwater's downtown district. Major Hollywood Scientologists like Tom Cruise own real estate there. Cruise reportedly resides in a penthouse apartment with his son Connor. The late actress Kirstie Alley, another devoted Scientologist, owned a lavish waterfront estate in Clearwater until her death from colon cancer in 2022. She originally purchased the mansion from fellow Scientologist Lisa Marie Presley in 2000. John Travolta, another outspoken follower, also has ties to the area. His wife Kelly Preston died in Clearwater after battling breast cancer in 2020. Kelly McMahon herself presents a spiritual public persona, though her brand diverges from Scientology. A California native and former model, she now promotes herself as a spiritual concierge through her business, Super Spiritual Girl. On her website, she describes herself as a shamanic healer, Reiki master, meditation coach, and intuitive guide, offering spiritual retreats and workshops, particularly in Miami. In her tribute to her late husband, Kelly described Julian as a man who radiated warmth, saying, "Julian loved life. He loved his family, his friends, his craft, and his fans. His biggest wish was always to bring happiness to as many people as he could." Julian McMahon rose to prominence in Australia as a young actor on Home and Away before making his mark in Hollywood. He achieved international fame playing Dr. Christian Troy on the hit FX show Nip/Tuck. Fans also adored him for his charismatic performance as Cole Turner on Charmed during seasons 3 to 5, with a memorable return in the show's 7th season. On the big screen, Julian cemented his legacy as Marvel villain Doctor Doom in the early Fantastic Four films and starred alongside Sandra Bullock in the supernatural thriller Premonition in 2007. Most recently, he acted opposite Nicolas Cage in The Surfer, an Australian-made film. Cage paid tribute in a heartfelt message to Deadline, calling Julian one of the most talented actors he had worked with and describing their scenes together as some of his all-time favorites. Julian and Kelly shared more than a decade together, marrying in an intimate Lake Tahoe ceremony in 2014 after 3 years of dating. His first marriage was to Australian singer and actress Dannii Minogue, whom he met on Home and Away in the early 1990s. However, the union lasted only 18 months amid reports of family disapproval, particularly from Julian's late mother, Lady Sonia McMahon. Dannii later spoke candidly about the tension, revealing that Sonia rarely spoke to her and almost refused to attend the wedding altogether, only to appear on the day and allegedly cause drama. Between Dannii and Kelly, Julian married Brooke Burns, with whom he shared his daughter Madison. Brooke honored his memory on social media with a simple but touching post, an old photo of Julian and Madison, captioned, "Rest in peace," alongside a heart emoji. Despite the unanswered questions about Julian's final months in Clearwater, his legacy as a gifted actor, beloved father, and kind soul remains untarnished, even as speculation swirls about the mystery he leaves behind. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.